Hi guys, so it's Jody Whitaker here. Since we weren't able to set up a three-way webinar sooner than later, I didn't want to wait to get this information out to you guys. So I wanted to confirm that Saturday, March 11th is what we're looking at for the sip and sample date up in Oshkosh, and if we're still sticking with the same time at 11 a.m. And I wanted to give you some tips on promoting this. So what I've found is you definitely want to over-invite. When I do this, I typically invite 100 to 150, sometimes 200 people, and I'm lucky if I get about 5 people at an event. So you definitely over-invite. It's kind of like an open house that about 5 to 10% will actually show. Now, you may be in a different position because you've been talking this up with friends and they may be a little more seriously interested. But some big tips are: do not prejudge. Think and make a list of anybody who's complimented you on your ISA journey, who's noticed and asked what you're doing, or even if you hear people making comments like, gosh, I wish I had more energy, or I need to lose weight before swimsuit season, or I have that midday slump and I'm just so exhausted. Comments like that are tips that there's so many people looking for health solutions and we have the answer right before our eyes. So a few tips. You guys can do paper handout invitations. I know Eric had shot me an invitation in an email earlier in the month for this last one that we were trying to do. So feel free to make up your own invitations. I have one that I do on a 4x6 card. If you want me to do that up and shoot it over to you guys to see how you like it, you could do that. And if you have community boards like at the library or any places, like I know our Panera has a bulletin board where you can put up notices, put it up there. If you have stuff at your businesses, so like Eric could put it on the counter at Acorn Ridge. If Marty and Terry have a place at their work, they could put it up, or in break rooms, you could put that up as well. Now, I do have to say that 80 to 90% of our business comes via social media. That's with and without sip and samples. So social media can be a huge, huge tool for you. And I can always attach a PDF that talks about utilizing social media and how we can help you work with your profile page on that. But for working events, what you want to do is log into the Facebook, your Facebook page, and create an event. Now, either I can create the event for you, or you can create the event and then add me as a guest. Because once I accept that I'm coming, or once I've created it, I can then add content to it daily or every other day, where it's kind of like a teaser page. So people see, I have a couple videos I can throw on. I have the Skidmore studies with the medical journals on there. Different things to help create curiosity. And then also the nice thing when you create an event on Facebook is it shows as a reminder on that day or two before that it's coming up. But here's the important thing. So when I invite, I literally, once you create the event, then it says invite, and I go down my whole list of friends. And this is where prejudging is really important. Think anybody who's in driving distance and just go ahead and invite them. And I'll have people be like, oh, I can't make this one, but I really do want to learn more, or I'll make the next one. So it gives you an idea where people are. So again, don't prejudge, just invite anybody that's local. And to me, local is within like an hour drive. So you decide what your local definition would be for that. And then once it's up, then I wait a day or two. And I am so guilty of this. I don't look at my events very regularly, but I do check messages. So once I've created the event and I've invited my list of people, then a couple days later, I go back and create a pretty generic private message, basically saying something to the effect of, hey, Terry, I hope you saw the invitation to my sip and sample on March 11th. I really hope you can come as my guest, or I hope you can join us. I'd love to help you with any health solutions you're looking for. So I'll pretty much copy and paste that and send that in a private message to everybody I've invited. It may take a little bit of time, but I found the best results for our turnout is the follow-up in the messages, because that is what people will answer, and they'll give you their feedback. No, I'm not interested. Sounds interesting. Yes, I can make it. Let me know of future events. So create the event, invite the guests. Feel free to add content onto the page, but I'll try and watch for it and add content as well. And then follow up with that message. For the paper invitations, hand them out, mail them out, take a picture with your phone, text it out, community bulletin boards, places at work. Don't worry about over-inviting, because like I've said, you typically get about 10% that will show. It'd be a great problem to have if people had to sit on the floor and I'm climbing all over them. I'd totally be with that. So I just wanted to kind of give you some tips on how to get the event ready. If we're going with that date, March 10th, again, hopefully we won't have snow. And I would probably still come up the night of March 10th, spend the night over by Eric's, and then come up on the 11th. I do have somebody that will probably come as a guest. She'll be driving up from Beaver Dam. And she said to let her know of the rescheduled date. And typically the sip and samples last about an hour. Now, because I am driving in from out of town, and say you have a bunch of people ready to rock and roll that day and enroll that day, I will stay back and show you guys how to enter them into the system, strategically figure out which legs to put people in. So I'm not in a rush that I have to get back, but obviously once the event is over, then I will come back home to Illinois. So that is it on the Facebook training. One last thing I also want to talk about. Events are so important. They connect you with other ISAJourney people. They are training where you learn information. They're very motivational and inspirational. And typically our big events, we have to drive to or fly to. So for example, we were at NYKO in Texas back in January. Celebration is coming up in August in Vegas. But we have these one-day events called Super Saturdays. So in the month of March and April, they're having different Super Saturdays all over the country. And I have to say we have the best lineup. So our Super Saturday is April 8th. That if there is any way, shape, or form for you to get there, this is a huge day. My one girlfriend is driving 10.5 hours for this event. I have other team members coming from Iowa and Michigan for this event. So it is Saturday, April 8th from 9 to 4. What happens is from 9 to 10 a.m., they are going to do an opportunity meeting. So guests can come if they want to learn more. So if they can't come on the 11th, you can always invite them on the April 11th. If they can't come March 11th, you can invite them April 9th. But to me, that's too far away. I'd try and set something up on the phone or in person before then. And then they start the training from 10 to 4 that day. It is in Burr Ridge, Illinois, which is on the south side, kind of down near Oak Brook. And I can send you the link for that. But I'm expecting us to have anywhere from 30 to 50 team members there that day. So it'd be a great chance for you to meet other people. The lineup that we have, so our ISABody winner last year is Elvie Shepard. He will be there. The #1 income earners, Patty and Herb Cepeda, are going to be there. Chris Harder, he and his wife, Lori, are ISA millionaires, and he's a very dynamic speaker. I've seen him speak 3 times. And then Start Group, which that's the ages of 18 to 35-year-old. Start Group team member Emily Vavra from Minnesota is coming down, and she is also an ISA millionaire. So 3 ISA millionaires will be speaking, and Elvie Shepard, the ISABody finalist, will be speaking. So it will be well worth your time. It's only $20 to come. So please try and clear your schedule. I would love for all 3 of you to join us on April 8th in Burr Ridge. So I hope this helped you. Let's continue our chat messages. Let me know if you have any questions about the invites, about the event. Please let me know if you want me to create the event. Once you say yes, you're going, then you can run down your list of friends and invite them. Or if you're going to create it, please invite me so that I can add post information to the posts. And if you want to call me, my number is 847-217-9746. That I'm always open to answering questions on the phone as well. But I'm looking forward to meeting you in person and can't wait to help you with your sip and sample. Have a great day. Bye.